Hi, I'm Turtle. Welcome. This is pretty cool. It's been a little bit actually. This is the start of a new series called My Week. Because I have no other better title for it. Let me move the camera around like how bright it is. But yeah. Um, it's just a series. Every Sunday, I'm gonna record a video like this, talking about my week. My friend India, she we talked at some point, and she was like, "You should do something like this." I don't know what we were talking about. It was podcasts or something, but yeah, she thought it'd be interesting, and she really wants me to become famous so that I can be invited onto Strictly Come Dancing. Then I can invite her to come watch or something. I don't really know. But yeah. But I do think this would be kind of cool. I think I'd like doing this. So we're just gonna go day by day, talking about things. So we're just gonna start, yeah. So Monday, college. Yeah, college was okay. It was actually a really good morning. The morning was great. I got the bus. The bus. Wow. I got the bus really early. I got it at 6:48 a.m. because there's a bus stop outside my house. Really convenient for me. And it was still pitch black outside. You know, it's getting to winter. It's getting dark quicker. The sun's not rising till like 7:30. It's great. Genuinely, I love it so much. I like the dark mornings. It's so nice. Actually, right now it's really foggy outside, and it's so nice. It's like literally my ideal night. I fucking love the winter. But yeah, pitch black. I loved it, and on the bus, I listened to new music. I listened to the Neighborhoods album, Wiped Out. Really good album, pretty good. Uh, yeah, I like it. So that was cool. I had psychology. On a Monday, I have all three of my courses. I have psychology for an hour and a half, criminology for an hour and a half, and film for an hour and a half. So psychology, it was really boring. My friend Beth, she wasn't in, so I was sat alone for it. So that sucked. But then afterwards, I had my break, and that was okay. I got taken to McDonald's by two of my friends, Kenzie and Brad. And at some point, India, my friend, she's great. She is actually great. But she messaged me at some point, being like, "Hey, my bus just pulled up. Can we meet?" So we did that, and then we walked back to college. Then I had criminology, which needs a bit of backstory for what happened in criminology. So last week, like a week ago on Sunday, I fell out with one of my friends. Um, yeah, just normal life things. It always happens. You fall out with people. But yeah, that happened. Pretty messy. People, I guess, was on one side or another. I guess I don't know. I don't know why it was as big a deal as it was, but apparently it was. So yeah, I don't like how the camera is just so up on me. That's better. Like, let me beam the frame a bit. So in criminology, I was sat on a computer because on Mondays I don't have my usual teacher. I have a guy called Owen, and we go through campaign stuff. Uh, I really hope this works. But yeah, that and it wasn't that good. One of my friends, her name is Soph O. I have two Sophs in my life. Soph O is in criminology with me. Wasn't too thrilled with me. She said she knew what side she stood on with all the falling out. What you gonna do, I suppose. But that was okay. That was okay. I could deal with that. And then I have film. And we did a workshop. It was me and my friend Layla and Kenzie. We had a workshop where we got given a sheet of paper with like different camera shots. And we went out into town and like recreated all the shots. And I really enjoyed it. And yeah, that was pretty much film. And then going home on Monday from college was really good. I have a friend called Lydia. She's really cool. Like when I went out of the college, she actually came up to me. I didn't see that she was there, but she just kind of came up to me. Actually scared me because I didn't see her, and she just kind of wow. And then she was like, she said she was gonna walk with me. So we both walked to the bus station together. It was nice. It was cool to talk because we don't talk that much in person. Uh, but it was funny at one point because we got like near to the bus station. It's like the halfway point. You go under a tunnel and you go back up. And we were walking uphill and I was out of breath and I couldn't breathe. And she commented like, "It sounds like you can't breathe, mate." And as she was saying that, I whipped my inhaler out because I couldn't breathe. But that was funny. And then we got to the bus station. She waits at a different part to me. So like her bus gets there, mine goes there. So we split off. I accidentally ran into India and Kenzie, my two friends, and I got the bus with them. It was really nice. So that's cool. And then we got off the bus, and then we ended up just standing on a street corner, just talking for an hour. And that's where India told me about this idea, and I said, "Yeah, I'll do it." And now I'm obviously here, living up to that promise. And then India went home, and then me and Kenzie walked together because we live on the same street. I'm gonna die. Okay. And then I watched the Sam and Colby video. I don't know if you know who they are, but they're like two YouTubers who do like ghost hunting things. Lydia, my friend, she recommended it to me. And I was just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll watch it. And I did. And they they've started something this month called Hell Month, where every week they post an hour and a half video of them doing an investigation. Because usually they do it once per month. But cool. Yeah, they went to some place called Pavaglia, and it's a place where a lot of people died, so it's spooky. And they did some ghost hunting stuff, and it was cool. It actually scared me at some points, but I liked it, and I told Lydia, and it actually had me intrigued, and I was like, yeah, I'll watch more. Like I'm interested. So that was cool, and that was pretty much Monday. See, it's useful because I actually write a diary thing, so I've actually got all of my stuff here. So Tuesday was a good day. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Okay. So college was okay. You know, morning standard. I got the bus. Psychology. Normal lesson. I had my actual teacher this time, but not a lot happened. But the notable thing about this psychology lesson was that porn is a way we've been taught to remember the two types of interference of memory. So P stands for proactive, O is old. Proactive is old information distorting distorting the new information when recalled. R is retroactive. N is new. Retroactive is new information distorting old, like recall. So like proactive, it's like, what was the example? Phone numbers, I'm pretty sure. So like when giving someone your phone number after you've just gotten a new phone, the information of your old phone number interferes with the recall of your new phone number because you're more used to the old info, and it like fucks with your recall. uh yeah, so that was cool. Form was funny. Probably not for any reason. I don't know why it was, but apparently form was funny. Uh, I had my break. I ate my chips. I fucking love the chips at the college. They're so nice. And I was sat with my group of friends who weren't really my friends at the time because obviously I fell out with the friend. Um, but like I was just sat with them because it's a very crowded food hall and I had no one else to sit with and I didn't want to sit on my own. And I was like talking to one of them, and so I just kind of got brought along and sat down. But then after I ate my chips, I just kind of got up and it was like I'm gonna go. And then I left. I went and got on a computer and I actually saw that my film assessment grades were put on the system and I got an A. I don't know how I got an A because I didn't think I did that well on my assessment, but I'm really happy that I got an A. I don't know how I did, but it's cool. So I'm very happy, very happy, very happy. And then film, we didn't get told about the assessments, but we were doing more of a PowerPoint because we just finished watching Alien, by Ridley Scott. Good film, I like it. Uh, I really want to watch the other Alien movies, so maybe that's something I'm gonna do. But now we're making a PowerPoint, like looking at the character of Ripley, and how she's like characterized as like the masculine technologized warrior, which is the complete opposite to what Madeline is characterized as in Vertigo from 1958. Yeah. But we're making a PowerPoint and we just did more of that. And then I had criminology, because Tuesday is a day where I have everything, including form. But it's not for an hour and a half. All of my subjects are only for an hour. It's good. But criminology was okay. My teacher did that fuck ass thing where they spread the sheets across the room and you have to rotate around, write the information. Uh, but she didn't care. She was just kind of like, we were gonna do that, but you probably don't want to, so you can just walk around, take pictures, and then go back to your seats and just write it. And so that's what everyone did. And that was that. And then after college, I was talking to one of my friends about my frustrations about the whole friend falling out situation. She told the friend I fell out with what I was saying, and then the friend I fell out with sent a very long message explaining everything I've done wrong for the last few months, which I appreciate in fairness. You know, we were always having little arguments, and I'd always get like little bits of what's going on, but like I got the full picture. And I went through it and I replied to things. I did defend myself with some things because I don't think I did do things wrong with some things, but then with other things, it's like I took it and it's like, yeah, that was bad and I'm sorry. And I apologize for it, but then obviously I had to hit her with the this is what you've done. Like, not in a way of like, maybe I was bad, but you did this, but it's like, we've both done things, we need to like chill out together. And that worked because we ended up up, making up a bit. And it was like, okay, so how do we do better? We're still figuring it out, obviously. That's not something you just kind of like click and it's fine again. But like, we are figuring the friendship out now. So all of that was probably needed. So I'm glad that it happened, but it was a very bad time, even though it was for like 3 days. But I mean, yeah, that's about it. That's Tuesday. Tuesday was a pretty okay day, and now Wednesday. Wednesday, I didn't go to college because my film lesson got cancelled, and I only had one lesson. I didn't see the point in getting ready for college, taking the bus trip up, only to be there for an hour and then coming back home. So I just messaged my teacher and it was like, hey, not coming in today. Do you have any work you want me to do? And she was just like, hell yeah, dude, just do this. I got it done in 20 minutes. If I went to college, it would have been the biggest waste of my time. So I didn't go. And then I ended up listening to more music. I listened to the Ice Nine Kills released a new song. I didn't react to it. But the laugh track, it's okay. It's okay. But it's probably my least favorite of the new singles. Uh, yeah, but that's okay. And then I listened to the Neighborhood second album, like hashtag 0000000 and hashtag FFFFFF. It's not my favorite of their albums. It's probably my least favorite actually. Um, I really like hashtag I can't even. Great song, great song. Hey, Lydia just messaged me. Lydia just replied to my chat. Crazy. But that was Wednesday. Wednesday was not an interesting day by any means. Yeah, sure, I'll keep my hair like that. I don't know if I like that. It's the best I'm gonna get. It's okay. So Thursday comes after Wednesday, before Friday. Um, the morning was okay. I got the bus, and two of my friends were on there. Keris and Karanjit. I'm not the closest with them. I just got bullied for the whole bus ride. Keris like pulled the strings out of my hoodie, which was annoying. And then when we got off the bus, we went and sat in McDonald's for a bit because they get food every morning. And then we went to college, but it's an okay morning. Criminology was good. We finished some work and it was all good. My lecturer Lesha, she was talking about criminal stereotyping because it's something that we were doing. And at some point she was talking about how the most common criminally suspected people in the UK are young black males. There are two guys in that criminology class. It's me and there's Winner. He's a great guy, but it was so out of nowhere. Lesher just goes, Winner, you are most likely to be suspected as a criminal. If you and Riley were walking down the street, you would be stopped and searched. And it's like, oh no. It caught me off guard. It caught me so off guard. Because that... we're a month into college. Everyone thought it was funny, but I was just kind of sat there like, gosh. I mean, okay. She uses me and Winner as examples with everything. And I don't know why. I know I started out as the only guy in that class. And she singled me out in the first thing, obviously. Like, first ever lesson, first day of college, first proper day. And she's like, Riley, you'll be lucky to survive. What does that mean? What are you going to get them to do to me? Like, what's the expectation of what's going to happen, Lesher? And now me and Winner just get picked on sometimes for things. Something else happened with me and Winner later in the week. I'm very excited to talk about that. It was really funny. Oh wait, was that the week before? Might have been the week before. Oh no. But like, Lesha has this dice where she kind of throws it and whoever it lands at answers a question, but then they get to throw it at someone else and then they have to answer the question. And there's this girl who sits in front of me. She's lovely, but she just threw it back and it landed next to me. And I answered the question. It's like, what is the term mean in the media? Like, dramatizes and like makes cases of crime seem big, and it's like sensationalized. Wow. And then she was like, okay, throw the dice. And it's like, right, well, I'm in the middle of the room. Whoever I throw the dice at, it's obviously intentional. So, like, I've got someone to the right of me who I can literally just right in the face. Because, like, the classroom's a horseshoe, but, like, there's 4 desks in the middle, and I'm in the, like, bottom right one. So the people to my right are, like, facing me. And then I've got a friend to my left who's also inside the horseshoe, but then to the left of her, there's 2 other people who I'm pretty close with. So they were my options, but I didn't want to do that. So I just threw it overhead, and it just went down and hit Winner at the back of the head. And I feel bad about it, in fairness. But it's okay. But yeah, that was something that happened. Psychology on Thursday was great. So good. So good. So my teacher, Yaz, she got us all to sit down. And she just kind of stood there like, pretty much, guys, what we were gonna go through really doesn't require an hour and a half lesson. You could all literally just teach yourselves it in about 50 minutes. So that's what I'm gonna let you go do. And she just let us out of the lesson to go off and do it ourselves. And I got it done decently quick, and so I had time to myself. But this is why my psychology teacher is so good. I love her. She's amazing. But break, that was okay. After I finished my psychology work, I got up, went to the food hall, and I had my earphones in, and I took them out because I saw two of my friends sat on a table. But then, as soon as I take my earphones out, I hear from behind me, Riley! And I look behind me, and India's behind me, like running along. And she was like, yeah, I've been trying to catch up with you, but like, I didn't hear her because I had my earphones in. I felt a bit bad about that. But we then stood next to the friends who were like revising, and me and her were just talking. And then India left after a little bit. Uh, to go meet with someone, I think. Pretty sure, pretty sure. But that happened, and then I sat down at the table with Layla and Chloe. Um, not a lot happened. Me and Layla went up to get food at one point. We got the chips. That was about it. That was the break. And then we had form last. I had form last, and I have form with Karanjit and Sofo. Obviously, things are okay now. But Karanjit, there was nothing to do in form, so we just sat there talking and laughing. Karanjit went on these games, and she was on this football game, which she was horrendous at. Karanjit, if you ever see this, you should be ashamed. It was like that football game where they have the big feet and it's just a head on the feet. She was so bad at it. She got beaten twice by the AI. She didn't score once. And me and Soph were just sat there laughing at her because she sucked. It was awful. And then afterwards, she rage quit. She went on Red Bull 4. And somehow was really bad at that too. And at some point, our form tutor came over and he was like, can we get on with what I've asked you to, please? And it was funny as fuck. uh, yeah, it was just funny. I loved it. And then we went home, obviously. I got the bus back with India, Kenzie, and Karanjit. Uh, India and Karanjit sat in front of me and me and Kenzie were just kind of behind them, punching each other because of yellow cars. Because that's a thing that still happens. He just kind of punched me, and it's like, what was that for? And he was like, yellow car. And it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, that happened. And then on Thursday, I planned some drawings. I've been wanting to get back into drawing. And I've planned a drawing for each song on the 21 Pilots album Breach. So I'm going to get some of these done, and hopefully I'm going to start posting them in about 2 weeks' time. Or about 1 week, 1.5 weeks by the time it's posted. This is posted. But hopefully it all goes well for me because, yeah. Friday. College was okay. Pardon me. So, I got the bus with just Keris, because Karanjit missed the bus, which was really funny. But it was interesting just being on the bus with Keris. I couldn't hear a lot of what she was saying, but since it was just me and her, she was actually chill. She wasn't like stealing my property or doing anything like that. She was just chill. And that was that. Film was funny. I liked film. We finished the Alien PowerPoint and I was looking at Alien memes. And I found one where it's like the Xenomorph smoking a blunt, and the caption's like, this is literally me just not giving a fuck what other people think. It was just one of those. It was funny, and I showed it to Layla, and we both said at the same time, "Can we put this into the PowerPoint?" And that was funny. But I did put it in the PowerPoint. I put it on the opening slide, but really small in the corner. But we're presenting these tomorrow by the time I'm recording this. So it might seem small on a computer screen, but projected on the wall, I'm a little bit worried for how that's going to go. But hopefully it's okay. But yeah, but criminology was good. I had criminology after that. We finished AC 1.5 and had time at the end to do whatever. So I was playing a word imposter game with my friends on my left, Soph, Karanji, and Naomi. I was the imposter on the first round, and I had to start. So I had to just make up some random bollocks. So I just said tall. And that worked. I won that game. They all voted for Soph as the imposter, but the word was door. And I actually clocked on that they were on about doors, because they were on about like frames and handles and wood. So that was pretty easy. And then the second game, I was the imposter, and I had to start again. And so I just kept going. I just said tall. As soon as I said tall, they all just looked at me and started laughing, because the word was lamb kebab. It was funny though, but I'm not sure how I'm meant to do that. But going home was good. I had to go to reception to get a new lanyard because mine got broken by all my friends. The joys of having friends, am I right? The joys. I went to the coffee house with India, Keris, Karanji, and their friend Robin. Robin's cool though. She is cool. I like her. But Keris, every time, she is the biggest pain in my arse that there has ever been. She tied my hoodie strings to the table leg, and I just ended up pulling it out of my hoodie, and then Robin untied them from the table, and I just have strings now. 2 sets of hoodie strings I just have because of that ginger. But it's okay, because um it's okay. Yeah, I got on the bus with India and Karis. I'm gonna be honest, I miss having solo bus journeys with India, because on Thursdays it would usually just be me and India and Karanjit, but Karanjit would usually sit in front of me in India and have her earphones in. So realistically, it was just me and India. But now Kenzie comes along. Worst thing that's ever happened to me. Fridays, it's usually Karanjit, Keris, me, India. Karanjit wasn't here today. So yeah, that's okay. Keris took my phone and went through my Snapchat and fucked around with it. Annoying. Really annoying. Really annoying. But it's okay. And then Keris got off at some point, and it was just me and India. Then we split off. Wow, Friday success, I suppose. And then I listened to some more music. I finished listening to The Neighborhood. I listened to the first album. It was good. I like it. My favorite song, Wires. I keep coming back to Wires. But yeah, I really like Wires. Saturday. Not a lot happened on Saturday actually. I've started to draw. I've started the City Wars drawing for 21 Pilots, but most of it is just me learning how to draw again. I've got a very basic frame of a person by that point, and that's really all I did. But then on Sunday, today, as I'm recording this, I did some more drawing. I drew the Clancy mask and jacket, and I shaded it. I'm not feeling good about it at all. I really don't like how it looks, and I don't have a lot of hope. But what I've decided is I'm going to keep going for drawing until the end of the year. If I'm not satisfied with how I'm going with it, I'll find something else to do. But it's so frustrating. This is just about to be me ranting, just me. I have no notes. I want to rant now. I'm so fucking frustrated. I have so many ideas for things I want to do, but I'm actually trying to make it, and it's difficult. It's so fucking difficult. I'm learning how to draw again, and I'm making around 14 pictures. I have 14 planned, and it's not going amazing, but like I want to push through, obviously, and see how it goes. But like all I want to do is to make stuff. I want to create. And I've tried so many things and none of it works. And like I've tried to write stories, make music, make art, make games, and it's all fallen flat and I struggle with it so much. Like my life revolves around consuming art, you know. I fucking love it. I love music, I love film, I love drawings, I love all of that. Even YouTube, like it's so cool, and all I've wanted to do at any point is to just make a piece of art that would mean something to someone, and that's all I want. And I really just want to mean something to someone in that way, whether it's just a little bit. You know, I want to do um I want to do that through art. I don't see me being able to be that or do that through anything else. You know, I'm not an interesting guy. I like me on my own. I can't be that special thing to someone on my own. So I wanna make something, and that's all I want to do. I wanna create something that's mine. But that's hard. And I've been looking at all these types of art, and I've not been able to work out on any of them. Especially at this point in my life, I'm struggling. um, I started college last month. I'm surrounded by so many cool and unique people, and I don't stand out at all. I'm stuck in the middle of all this change and all these people, and I'm trying to find my place, but I'm not fully sure how to find that. I'm trying to find the thing that makes me unique among everything. But what is the thing that makes me me, you know? What makes me special? What makes me who I am? Um, and like, I know I'm young, but like, I feel like I'm running out of time. I'm 16, very almost 17, and I feel like I have nothing to show for all of my time. Before I know it, I'll be applying to university and then expected to actually function in the real world on my own. So, like, the question I'm asking is, when do I actually run out of time to find out what makes me special? That's why I'm so, like, panicky about it. That's why like, I feel like I'm running out of time, because I don't know when the time comes to just give up on trying to find that. Like, I don't know how much of that makes sense, but I hope you understand what I mean if anyone watches this. But I just want to be special. And a lot of people could argue everyone already is, but I don't know what my thing is. So I want to make something, like, that's all I want to do. I want to make something. I've tried so many times, literally. This wish and dream for creating started literally when I was like 12. Not even that. It was probably like 11. I used to write stories, like really bullshit stories, but like just stories. Like I let myself just write things. But I loved it. I loved making things, and it's only gotten worse. um, I fell in love with music. If there's one thing in life I want to do, it's to make music. That's never going to happen because I can't sing. I don't have the creative mind for that. And I don't have that kind of drive. Uh, but music is what pushes me, and music is the thing that makes me think I want to like make stuff. Even if it's not that, I want to make something. Like, and like I used to draw, like stopped doing it a little bit ago, and now I'm trying to do it again. It's not working. It's not going well. It's frustrating me. Um, I made games a little bit ago. That completely fell through. I was balls at it. I was horrendous. Um, and now I'm here. I'm trying drawing again because I have ideas. Like, frustrating thing is, I have ideas, but I can't execute them. And that's the thing that frustrates me because I know I've got like what I need. Like, I know I've got the ideas that are cool. I know I have cool ideas and ways I want to do things, but I can't actually do them. Why do you get me? I have ideas, but I don't know how to get there. Uh, but like with YouTube, it's like the thing I've most consistently been doing. But even through that, I feel really demotivated. Like, I've been going for a little bit. Started in like 2020. Went from like a gaming channel, and now we're here with music. Well, now we're here with this. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, but that's the crisis right now. That's my crisis. I'm losing my mind, but it's okay because it could be worse. I could fully just give up. At least I'm still going for it. But it does suck a little bit. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe it won't go as bad as we think. We'll have to see what I get, and we'll have to see what keeps me going. But yeah, how was that? How was that? How was this first week video? I hope India's happy. I wonder if she'll watch this. Hi India, if you are. Hi. This is awkward. we're not even face to face, and I already know that's awkward. But hi, yeah, I did it. Strictly Come Dancing, it's coming for me. But yeah, um, weekly thing now, I suppose. So yeah, I hope all of you guys that watch this till the end, I suppose, for some reason. I hope you guys have a good day, night, evening, whatever you're having. And goodbye. Bye, bye.